do not belong anywhere near an American school or neighborhood in Eastern. And don't let your neighbors tell you that any restriction at all violates the Second Amendment. It's just not true. Think about this. Everybody in this country can have a slingshot. Nobody in this country may have a nuclear weapon. Right? We've already decided you can draw a line. Somewhere in between a water balloon and a predator drone, we're going to draw a line. And we've got to draw that line tighter because lives are on the line. Now, if more than 90% of Americans think we ought to at least do universal background checks, and that includes Republicans, that includes gun owners, you've got to ask the question, how can there be such a strong majority among the American people and no majority among the American Congress?
Yeah.
It's why we need to reform the system that we're in as well. Things like the national popular vote, making sure that there is accountability for a Senate that is blocking common sense action, whether it's gun reform, protecting our elections, or minimum wage. And it means, I believe, ending the filibuster because it's done more harm than good, and we should just go back to Great question. It's about what we do before kids are old enough to go to school, because a lot of brain development happens there. We need to make sure that we are creating an environment where kids can thrive when they arrive in school. What does that mean? It's going to require federal resources. There's a three-legged stool when it comes to pre-kindergarten or early childhood education. We've got to make sure there's more seats available. We've got to make sure there's good quality. And we've got to make sure that providers are getting paid enough. One of the reasons why we're having trouble with quality and with availability is that it's barely a living wage to be a provider of child care or child education. So I believe the way we can do that is through the tax code, creating rewards that make it more affordable to be able to support your children. Because I meet voters, and maybe there's some folks in this room, who find that they're taking a job in order to be able to earn enough, in order to be able to pay for child care, in order to be able to have a job. It completely consumes us. It's a self-licking ice cream cone. And we've got to support parenting and support children better. It's a big part of what decides how well a child will do when they actually do get into our school system. Thank you for raising that.
Good question.
That's right. Thank you. The question is about parental leave. And as a hopefully future dad, I appreciate you mentioning that dads should be in on that as well as moms.
Yes.
And frankly, I view it as family leave because also when people are taking care of parents as well as taking care of their children, you need time for that. And we're basically the only modern country that doesn't have some kind of national policy on paid family leave, which makes no sense. Now, in South Bend, the state of Indiana won't let me set a standard for our community, so we just set a standard for ourselves. And we set up paid family leave for city employees, and it's made a huge difference. It's made families better off. It's made people better able to thrive in their jobs. I think it might have set off a small baby boom among the city's staff. It's helped with our population growth, so that's good too. But it's just the right thing to do. And there's a family leave act that is, again, not getting very far in today's Washington, but that I would insist be passed and signed right away. And I think that when we do that, our kids will be better off, our families will be better off, and our country will be better off. It's absolutely the right thing to do.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. The question is, policies sound great, but you got to deal with this president first. Am I ready to go up against him? So, I'm not afraid of this guy.
You can take him.
You're right, there'll be a lot of nonsense, there'll be a lot of name calling, there'll be a lot of nastiness, but I've dealt with worse incoming than a misspelled tweet. And the way we get past him, I think, is not only to call him out, which we ought to do anytime he tells a lie or does something wrong, we're going to call it out, but also, I want to deny him the ability to change the subject to himself.
Yeah.
Because if he can get us to be talking about him the whole time, the more we're talking about him, the less we're talking about you. And the good news is, when we're talking about you, we win. The American people are with us on wages, immigration, choice, gun safety, you name it.
Yeah.
Even more rural and conservative areas, the American people are with us. Which is exactly why he needs us having an argument over, whether to buy Greenland or whether Chrissy Teigen was mean to him. So that we're talking about something besides our everyday lives. And I will not be distracted. I have the discipline.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, great question. What kind of vice president will I be looking for? So,
That's a good question.
the choice of the vice president is the one decision that a candidate makes that actually reaches forward in time that the entire country is committed to. It's a presidential decision. And so the main quality I'm looking for in a vice president is somebody who could lead the country in the event that I'm killed or unable to serve. Everything comes after that. There is way too much made, I think, of the political side of it. Because not everybody can do that. But I've also met a number of extraordinary leaders who I think could be fantastic vice presidents. And so I'll be looking for courage, I'll be looking for integrity. Of course, I'll be looking for shared values, a similar idea about the meaning of freedom and the importance of democracy and the future of security and the way that we can all work together to make those things happen. And there are so many amazing leaders emerging in our country right now. Obviously, I'm part of I think the most diverse, and certainly the most crowded field of Democratic presidential candidates ever. I'm proud of it. It's an amazing group of people. And there are others who aren't even in that field, who are also remarkable and would make excellent presidents or vice presidents. And so the good news is there will be a lot of people to look to. And but I will approach that decision with all of the weight of knowing that it's the first, perhaps the only presidential decision you make before you even know for sure if you're going to be the president.
Do you have a plan to help young people surrounding that college loans?
Yes. Thanks for asking. The question is there a plan for young people drowning in debt with college loans? This is a very familiar issue for me because we've got six-figure student loan. I don't know if you ever saw this. Forbes does these lists of richest people in the world, top businesses in the world. So I finally made it onto a Forbes list. It was a list of all of the candidates for president ranked by net worth, and I'm on the bottom. And just to be clear, we'll be fine. But one of the factors in that is we've got six-figure student debt. I married a teacher. He did all the right things. But he earned more at some points tending bar to put himself through school to become a teacher than he did when he became a teacher. And I got a whole other set of thoughts on the way we pay our teachers. But to get to your question about student debt, it's clear that we need to act or this will limit an entire generation from being able to move forward. Now, we've got to make college more affordable on the front end. That's why we need to expand Pell Grants, connect it to inflation, make it something you can use for living expenses, not just for tuition, because that's driving a lot of costs. We got to press the states to do a better job of not passing tuition costs on to the student. And actually shoulder that because that's an investment in the future of the state.
Yeah.
And take other measures to make it more affordable up front. On the back end, we've got to make it easier to do away with student debt. We've got to have reasonable interest rates. We got to expand a public service forgiveness program. There's a program right now that is very hard to use. We'll make it more generous and more effective by allowing people who work in public service to get their debt forgiven. And I would also adjust the definition of public service. I think, for example, if you're a medical provider in a rural area where people have to travel way too far in order to get care, that counts as public service. And that should be included in the way that we consider that. And I propose a national service vision where we create 1 million paid voluntary service opportunities a year. Because I think in doing that, we can do amazing work and bring the American people together through that experience of service. And that can help with college costs and college debt. So taken together, I think that will address this issue. I hope, though, that we don't forget there's been way more conversation about debt relief for people who've gone to college than making it affordable for people who don't go to college. And we got to remember that that's most Americans. And so we should also be ensuring on everything from wages and labor protection to ensuring that healthcare and housing are affordable. That we don't create a country where you can only succeed if you went to college. I want everybody who wants to go to college to be able to go there regardless of cost, and everybody to thrive whether they went to college.
Yeah.
Right, so the question is sort of about the balance of all these things we want to do, right? How we make it. So the good news is the resources are there in our economy. It's just that we've got it all skewed. Right now we're finding billions of dollars in order to pay for a problem that was created when it comes to the trade war. Right? As J.D. Schultz put it, we're borrowing money from China to pay farmers to not sell their goods to China. We got billions of dollars going into subsidies for oil and gas companies and a giant tax cut on the biggest corporations that didn't even need it. And so we can absolutely find the resources to do these things. We've got to just make sure we're deciding, we're turning those dials and knobs, that we do it in a way that's fair and that makes sense. Most countries have more funding go through their schools, libraries, local, state, and federal governments than we do. We may not have to do it quite the way any other country does, but what we do have to make sure is that the way we spend our resources reflects our values. Now, the beauty of making sure we pay teachers more is that it also will create more opportunity. My economic policy advisor worked on a famous academic study where they followed people throughout their lifetime based on tax returns and matched it up to what kind of teacher you had in kindergarten, just to figure out, does it affect your lifetime earnings if you had a great teacher? And what they found was the difference made by a great teacher, just 1 year of a great teacher in kindergarten, added up to $300,000 per classroom per teacher per year.
When he goes for
That's a lot of value. I know they're not going to pay that much, but that's what they do. So if you lift up the teaching profession, and that includes compensating the teaching profession better, teachers can create value. They can create opportunity. They can create a kind of freedom for kids who will learn more about how to support themselves, will create more businesses themselves, will create more great ideas. We don't know who's going to think up the next $1 trillion idea, but it could be a student in a school in Iowa today. And so this isn't so much spending as it is investment in our future. And I think we can't afford not to make those kinds of investments. All right. I'm told we're out of time. I am so thankful for the opportunity to be with you, and I hope this is not the last time that we'll interact. What we have on our hands is an absolutely critical moment for our country. But also, the kind of conversation we're having right now is a conversation about our future, our shared future. And I want that conversation to spread. I hope you'll get to know the organizers who are here on the ground. I hope you will engage them and reach out in your own networks, in your own families, your own church and school and town, and help spread the word about what we're trying to do, because what we're trying to do is a different kind of politics. It's bold enough to deal with the issues in
Yeah.
front of us, and people who are finding it very well. So I guess my question is, can I look to you to spread the kind of hope that
Yeah.
If you're ready to put this President's reality show in its place and pick up your remote and change the channel,